Okay, today I would like to share with you another dose of wisdom and healing. And today we're going to talk about a self-healing journey. I will explore practical steps to start today. And I will talk about what is a self-healing journey and what are the steps that you can take to move forward on your self-healing journey, and what are the 4 pillars of self-healing journey. Then let's get started. Then the first question people always ask me is, what is a self-healing journey? And the idea of self-healing is when you become the protagonist of your own story. It's like you really take your health with your own hands, and it's about acknowledging and honoring your innate power. And this sense of empowerment becomes your driving force to propel you forward in your journey. And when you do that, it also brings that wisdom and that connection with your own body to find the answers that you already have within. Then when you embark on a self-healing journey, it's not just about the path to actually overcome pain. You're actually embarking on a transformative expedition to reclaim your life, your essence, and your power. I'm so excited to share more about that with you. And one thing that it's important to understand is when you think about, when does someone need a self-healing journey? And in reality, I believe that everyone can benefit from a self-healing journey, because it is the best preventive technique that I know. Because the more you connect it to yourself, the more you understand your body and you know what you need, the better it's going to be for you to actually prevent injury and prevent things from happening to your body later on. This journey becomes even more essential if you are experiencing any chronic pain, physical or emotional, especially if the traditional and conventional approaches have not worked for you. It is an excellent option for those who seek a personalized approach, a holistic understanding of their body, and an empowerment that comes from taking an active role in their healing process. Is that you? If that's you, you're going to love what I'm going to about to share, because you're going to learn so much today. Make sure that you have your notebook and your pen to take notes. Then first, I would like to talk about the 4 pillars of holistic self-healing journey. In my over 15 years of experience with patients, I don't use protocol. I don't believe there is one technique that works for everybody, but I did start to notice that there is a sequence and there are some pillars. They are very important for the long-term healing. And when you connect it to those pillars, it's easier for you to connect it to the self-healing abilities that we already have. Then one of the pillars is access your body intelligence. And you probably notice that when your body needs something, your body communicates with you. Either if you're thirsty, either if you're hungry, or either if you're in a job that you're not really happy about it, or maybe you gather with some friends that's not really making you feeling good about yourself. Either or, your body's always sending messages to you to let you know what are the things that's good for you, what are the things that are not good for you. And the question really comes to, are you listening to those messages? Because the more we listen to those messages, the more we can move forward with our healing journey. And if you have not been listening to those messages, I would invite you today to start to be very, very aware of what are the messages that your body is sending to you, and be curious, why are you not listening? And what can you do to listen more of those messages? Then the pillar number 2 is master your nervous system. Have you noticed that your pain or your symptoms becomes worse when you are in a stressful situation? The majority of my patients notice that, and it's very, very common. Actually, when you think about the science behind it, makes totally sense. There is actually a name for it. It's called stress pain cycle. Every time that we get stressed, it actually activates a lot of things inside of our body that cause the body to interpret or feel more pain and more inflammation. Then it's very important for us to start to break that stress pain cycle. Then we can start moving forward for healing. When we think about master nervous system, it's part of that is identify where we are, what state we are. Are we in a state of stress reaction, or are we in the state of relaxation? Then stress, we talk about it's fight, flight, or freeze. Relaxation is healing, digestion. And when you are in the healing, digestion, and rest state, that's when your body is going to really start healing. If you're having trouble sleeping, if you're having trouble to actually relax, it's going to be harder for your body to feel better, right? Then it's really important for you to master that part of your body. The pillar number 3, it calls release trauma from the body. When I think about trauma in the body, it kind of feels like a heavy backpack. When you're starting to do a hike or walk and you're like carrying this heavy backpack, it's very noticeable. You're going to pay attention. It's going to slow you down. You're going to be very aware of how hard it is for you to move forward with this heavy backpack. The problem with trauma and the heavy backpack is after a while, you kind of forget that it's there. And you're still having all the symptoms, you're still having all the disadvantages of carrying a heavy backpack. However, you may not even be aware that the backpack is there. And that's why it's so important for us to create this awareness to what are the weights, what are the things that we are carrying in our body that's not allowing us to move forward. And when we identify that, we need to release those traumas. And pillar number 4 is ignite your inner healing abilities. When you connect to your innate power of healing yourself, it's going to move forward so much faster. And you probably experienced the power of self-healing before. Like, for example, if you ever cut your finger or scrape your knees because you fall, you notice that your body heals. That the body knows exactly what needs to do to be able to heal itself. When we have chronic pain, when we have problems, there is a disconnection, there is a slowing down of that process. And when we go deeper into the healing journey, it's going to start to connect that power back to you. And that's why those 4 pillars are so important, because when you start being aware of what does your body need, you're going to give that to your body, and that's going to facilitate your body to heal. Does that make sense? I hope you're starting to think about it. What are the things that you can start to shift and change in your life to allow your body to heal, to allow your body to move towards that state that you have been looking for? Either it's pain-free, either is not having digestive problems, either is sleeping better. Whatever challenge you are facing right now, make sure that you start to be curious about those 4 pillars, then you can apply those to your life, then you can move forward with your healing journey. Then the next question is, how do I start a self-healing journey? So now you understand that we have the pillars, and that's going to be our foundation. But how do we actually get there? And I create what I call the self-healing path. And what I noticed with my patients throughout all those years is there is somewhat a sequence of how things happen. It's different for each person, but there are 5 different stages. They start to create in that progress. They're starting to notice the difference and the changes when you start moving forward. Then the stage number 1 is what I call discovery. Discovery is when you come from that place of you don't even know what you want, you don't know where you are, and you start to have more clarity to exactly where you want to go and how to get there. Then in that stage, you're going to get more clear on your intentions. You're going to get more clear of why are you doing this? Why is this so important for you? And that why is going to become your foundation your go-to every time you're having a hard day and you don't want to do what you promise yourself that you want to do it, you can hold on to that why. That why is really important to create the foundation for moving forward. Then once you know where you're going, you know why you're going there, you're starting to create the goals. Okay, how do I get there? Then it's the idea of creating a plan, creating a roadmap that's going to work specifically to your needs. Then once you have that, you start moving to the stage 2, what I call awareness. And in that stage, you start to identify and release what's stopping you from moving forward. Then have you ever created a goal before and then you notice that a month later it just didn't happen? If you notice that, probably there was a block, something stopped you from get there. And that's why the stage 2 is so important, because having a plan is just not enough. Once we have the plan, we still need to work on what's stopping us from getting to that end result. And usually the stage 2 is what helps us to start to identify and eliminate the blocks that's stopping us from moving forward. Then we have, once we get there, we move to stage 3. And stage 3 is embodiment. It's when you go a little bit deeper in connecting your self-healing abilities and your body intelligence. Then now that you have a lot more awareness about yourself, you can start to identify what are the things that your body needs. What is the message that your body is giving to you? And start to actually act on it and honor that. And that's when you can go deeper into that connection with your self-awareness, connecting to your body, and start to really ignite your self-healing abilities. Then the next stage would be stage 4. That's empowerment. Empowerment is when you already have some of those tools, you know where you're going, you know what's stopping, you know how to remove the blocks to get you there. And now you're ready to go deeper. And in this stage, we talk about release trauma from the body and moving from I know that to I am that. And it's very common people come to me and say, hey, Anna, I know that. I read that before. I know exactly what I should be doing, but I'm not doing. Then until you're actually doing something, you don't know that here. We wanted to move from I read it, I know, I understand, that's a mental state, to actually being, to doing that, to know that this is part of who you are and what you're doing moving forward. And that's so, so important for our healing journey. In that stage, we can also talk about inner child and shadow, and it's a much deeper work because those are the things that really stop us, that's unconscious a lot of times, from moving forward. Then we get to stage 5, and that's mastery. And I always talk about with my patients, my goal with everyone that I work with, either is a private session or in the Be Health Academy, is for you to be the master of your own body and mind. I want for you to know your body better than I know your body. And that's when you really start practicing this stage. You have a lot of tools. You know what to do. You're aware of your body. Your body talks to you. You're connecting to that inner wisdom. And now it's a time where life happens. And then you have your toolbox and you know exactly what tool you're going to pick up from your toolbox to use in a certain experience. Because a hammer is not good for everything. Meditation is not the solution for everything. There are different techniques that works for different situations, and you need to start to identify what tool works best for each situation. Then my question to you is, what stage are you now? Do you feel like you're in the stage 1, discovery, stage 2, awareness, stage 3, embodiment, stage 4, empowerment, or are you in the stage 4, mastery? Make sure that you share the answer with us in the comment. I'm very curious to know where you are and where do you want it to be. And if you feel like you want to help, if you feel like that makes sense what I'm talking to you, and you definitely want to go deeper into this self-healing journey and learn more about yourself, I highly recommend you to find an experienced guide, a mentor, someone that's going to guide you to get there. You sure need to do the work. You are the hero of the story, but it's always helpful to have a extra support. If you feel like you need extra support to get there, I will be more than happy to help you. And if you want to join us in our self-healing path, you can join our Be Health Academy. And Be Health Academy is going to include a self-healing course that's going to go step by step, teaching you how to master all the 4 pillars and also to navigate easily throughout the 5 stages of the self-healing path. And once you learn how to navigate to those 5 stages, you can use that tool for the rest of your life. And all my patients tell me how grateful they are for having those tools, those techniques, the awareness, because now they can apply to anything else that happens into their life later. Then I hope you choose to embark on this self-healing journey and choose to take your life back. You can do this. I believe in you. And please share with me the benefits and the experience that you have been having with your self-healing journey. I would love to support you. I hope you're having a great day.